Will McDonald, aligned with his hand in the ground, 5 technique, projects to more of an outside linebacker. Iowa State plays a 3-3 or 3-4 hybrid D front, and they had him oftentimes at 5 technique. We'll watch him versus the run versus TCU here. Does a good job getting out of his stance and then rushing to get this second foot down in a hurry, then fires his hips, hands inside. TCU is running power, basically trying to get ISO on this weak side linebacker. He drives the offensive tackle into that gap and does a good job disrupting the path of the ball carrier. Watch it again. He is too small, even in college, really to be playing at 4-eye, hand in the dirt, taking on a tackle or a guard consistently. But even in that role, you do see decent technique, and really, I think he shows the ability to get off blocks, deconstruct blocks. Generally speaking, he's got long arms, or he appears to. Again, he gets that second foot down in a hurry, finds the football. You can see his hands almost fully locked out. He's leaning a bit here. Watch him get off that block. Now, this guy's going to bounce this outside of him. I've seen enough Iowa State now to realize they want him in B gap, and somebody else needs to fill outside C gap, and that should be, in my opinion, this linebacker. Again, that's based on watching enough Iowa State, and I do not think that's his job here. I think he is doing his job. Again, there's an ISO to a linebacker lined up here, fullback lead, and he's shutting that gap down, and I'm of the opinion this guy should be over the top exchanging gaps with Will on this play. One thing you do see from Will is that he has a tendency at times engaged at the line to duck his head. I think a lot of times that's because he's anticipating a double team, and he's a bit overmatched physically. He does kind of read this as a double team. He's not going to be asked to do this routinely again in the NFL. Notice he's dropping his hips, and he's pulling his post, that is the tackle, down with him, trying to get him off balanced. He's a bit overmatched, as I said, and that's to be expected. He's trying to pivot, again, into the second offensive lineman. So he's attempting to take on this block. And I don't think it's, again, something that he's going to be asked to do a lot in the NFL. Overall, I'm very impressed with him as a run defender, especially given the fact that he is overmatched physically. You know, he's slight compared to the guys he's taking on. You see him here against a right tackle. They're running outside zone. The tackle on this play is trying to get to Will's outside shoulder. He's trying to pin him inside or drive him down the field and to the inside. For Will, giving up so much in terms of weight, it's really important to control the line of scrimmage, fighting this reach block. I think Will does a good job keeping his outside foot in a dominant position. You can see him get outside and not allow the back outside. Watch him off the ball. Really fights hard to set the edge versus the tackle here. The pass rusher, he's very aware, keeps his eyes in the backfield on the quarterback. We're going to see a quarterback draw. Will is not fooled, does a good job, again, while engaged, quickly responding to that draw play down near the goal line and brings the quarterback down. Watch that again. Again, rushing the passer, this time off the right tackle side. He's quick off the ball. Very good job setting up tackles. You see this lean shoulder and helmet fake inside. Then the same outside. Then he's going to dip this shoulder. Gets the tackle to overset, overcommit outside. Swats the arms. Beats him inside. Watch it again. He's a high-effort player, appears to have good length, does a good job using that length, both in engaging. This is him off the right tackle. Also getting his hands in the throwing lane. You do see that on tape a few times where he's able to get the ball batted down off the quarterback's hands. Watch him attack the hands of the tackle, pull down, and then rip with his inside arm. He identifies the play as he clears the tackle. He's going to get in the throwing lane and break up the play. Watch it again. Really nice job on this rush, splitting two blockers, this tackle and this guard. Shows an excellent spin move. Watch him head upfield, attacking the outside shoulder. Drop his hips. And then trap the inside arm. And gets held there. Flushes the quarterback. Watch it again. We'll close out the video looking at Will at 3 tech. Again, not where he's ideally suited, but you do see him have the ability to engage, lock out, and shed a block. Again, I think he does a nice job utilizing his length to at least minimize or mitigate that size disadvantage inside here. I do think he's a guy that fits the Ravens very well as an outside linebacker. Right now, he looks like a guy that would go in the second round. I could easily see him being a guy that people look at a few years from now, wondering why he didn't go in the first round if that's the case.